Hi everybody, it's Slain Empire and welcome back to another episode of Recent Purchases. It's going to be pretty much a standard fare. Got some pretty cool stuff this time. All over here. I'm going to start off. My thrift store has been good again. Didn't get quite as much from there this time around. But there's a few things, and starting off, it's an original Xbox controller, see-through green. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this came with special edition Halo console. That was $1.91. And NFL Street for Xbox, which was $3.93. And then a couple days ago, I went back and they had sitting there in a pristine condition, an original Game Boy for $2.92. I'm pretty stoked to get that. It's going to be a replacement for my other one, which isn't as in good condition. So yeah, the other one will end up in my trade box. And I will be making a trade video pretty soon. I just got to figure out what I want to do, and some of it's going to be going for a giveaway. That's one of the reasons it's been taking so long. Next thing I'd like to mention, I actually ordered a game off of Amazon, paid retail, but I've been wanting this game in my collection for some time. Just because it's a fun game, and I never see it out anywhere, and that's Flintstones, Rescue of Dino and Hoppy. Pretty stoked to have this. And then all the rest of the stuff came from my local game station. Well, what do I want to start with? I'll start with the NES cartridges. Now usually the 3 for $5 rack is always 3 for $5, but for 3 of them they actually gave them to me for 50 cents a piece. And those ones are All-Pro Basketball, Hoops, and Track and Field 2. And the ones that were 3 for $5, like always, were Bo Jackson Baseball, Othello, and I think this is pronounced Zexes. Pretty cool games. I like most Nintendo games anyway, even if they're bad, just because of that reason. Next thing I got from there were 3 boxed games. 2 of them are complete. One of them is just box and cartridge. And these were all, what, $2 a piece? Yeah. TNN Bass Tournament of Champions. I used to have a lot of fun playing this with my buddy JP back in the day. Another game that I used to rent a lot as a kid, Side Pocket, and this one's complete. And for the Genesis, Animaniacs. And the last bunch of stuff that I got from there was when I went in and got all this other stuff, and I decided to pass it up at the time, but I went back the next day. I'm like, no, I gotta get it. And they had sitting there for $20 a boxed Game Boy Advance. Now the box is in really good shape, and the guy selling it said, you know, the unit itself is in awesome shape, and I take it out and look at it, and there's not a single flaw on it. It's like perfect. I have a theory that this may have never been played before, and that's because it had all the bags in it. They were in perfect shape. All the manuals were in perfect shape, and it still had the 2 AA batteries that were included in it. And those were starting to corrode a little bit, so I took them out. But for them to be in such great condition, I think that it wasn't played at all. And that's pretty cool for 20 bucks. You know, they usually go boxed, I'd say about, 30 to 40. This one would probably be in the $40 range just because of how good it is. And then, of course, I had to get a couple of games to go with it. So I got River City Ransom EX. And from the classic NES series, Ice Climber, and those were $5 a piece. Total spent is $61.26, and if I were to get piece by piece online shipped, it would be right around $165. That's awesome. I love it. That's the sole reason I get stuff in the wild, except for Flintstones. But yeah, thanks very much for checking this out again. And I'll be talking with you soon. Be on the lookout for more videos.